Hi Ishita, this is Aman from Be10x. I'm very happy to have you here. Ishita, for everybody, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Ishita. I recently graduated from Delhi University. I did my bachelor's in economics, and right now, currently, I would be starting off my journey with BCG. And yeah, that's pretty much about me. I am
Oh,
just a
that's
friend.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. So, Ishita, how did you become a part of Be10x? Where did you hear about us?
So I was just scrolling through YouTube. I think, watching some videos related to my course, and that is when I saw like a couple of ads that were there about the 9 rupee course that was there. So I just thought that since AI is the hot topic, everybody is talking about it, but nobody really knows what exactly or how exactly we can integrate it in our day to day life. So I just thought that, okay, I should just go for this introductory course, and if anything clicks, then maybe I can understand. So that is essentially how I was introduced to Be10x. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, how has our course been able to bring a change in your life? Where have you used AI in your day-to-day life, and how have we managed to help you out?
So I'll just talk about my interview. So I transitioned from a marketing executive role, and now I'll be joining BCG as a junior analyst. And how B10X essentially helped me was, after taking the initial 4 or 5 master classes, I think I got very hands-on prompt engineering. Now everyone knows how to talk to ChatGPT, but to actually get out desired result, that was something that I was able to understand from particularly that prompt engineering masterclass. And I actually used ChatGPT and Gemini to help me prepare for the 3 rounds of interview that were there. I could actually stimulate those actual interview conversations, be it behavioral rounds or the technical rounds. So that way, it really helped me. And also, the LMS also mentioned like the latest news that was there in the AI world at the moment. So I was able to, move conversations in the interview basis of the information that was provided there. So that was very helpful. And if I have to say day to day life, ChatGPT, as I mentioned earlier, also is like my best friend in day to day life, be it, helping me scan my resume, and even the ATS score predictor ChatGPT model that Aditya had shared, that had helped me a lot, refine my resume. So essentially, these are the two key aspects. And to talk about more that I used in my journey, I have used Napkin thoroughly, and I've enjoyed making PPTs with Gamma and Napkin combined. So that was something that really, really helped me, because I am not somebody who is very good with aesthetics of PPT, and that is something that I really struggle with. And that was one of the requirements of the role, but I was able to, help them believe that with the AI tools that I know of, and I even showed them actually a representation of my resume, and that really impressed them. So these are a couple of things that I used. Yeah.
Wow, it looks like you have imbibed quite a lot of skills. You've learned how to make a better resume, you've learned how to make a better presentation, and you've also learned a couple of tools along the way that I believe will help you lifetime.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's amazing to hear, Ishita. Tell me more. So, what do you feel? What do you feel as a change in your life? By that, what I mean is, we've all heard that AI will take our jobs, AI will do this, AI will do that. So there was a lot of negativity around AI. Now, after going through this, after learning a couple of these skills, how has your mindset? How has your mindset shifted?
So currently, if I have to talk about the current scenario, I necessarily don't feel that AI can take the job. As rightly said in one of the, I think the ads that I also saw for B10X, that AI is not here to take your jobs, but a person who knows how to use AI would probably be the one to take the job. So that is something that I really resonate with. And I feel like AI, at this point, everyone knows ChatGPT and Gemini, but there is so much more to the AI world. Like, in your day-to-day life, you can integrate, say, Copilot with Excel, and these are some important skills that I feel like right now, even though they're not really, say, like a prerequisite in a job, but I feel like these would be required in order to increase your efficiency, because you're competing with people who probably even at this moment know how to use AI very proficiently in their work. And so I feel like coexisting with AI is something that we would have to do. I'm not, for the foreseeable future that I can see, of course, there are some kind of jobs that would be replaced, according to me, by AI, but I don't think everything can be fully replaced for the foreseeable future that I can see, basis of my speculation at the moment.
That's amazing. So that's what also we try to help people understand that it's not AI directly that would replace you. A person using AI will, and we have to coexist with AI, just like you mentioned, because AI has come into the world and it is not going to go away. So yes, we definitely do help learners imbibe that as well. So I also want to ask Ishita, do you feel positive and confident about your skills going forward?
So if I have to talk about making PPTs, honestly, I'm mentioning this a couple of times because content writing and all of that is something that I am still more comfortable in, but delivering and making decent PPTs was also like a very big problem for me. I used to take so much time, and it's actually true that say if you put a prompt in Gamma, of course the PPT is not as perfect as you want it to be, but after using Napkin and of course a little bit prompting in ChatGPT, you can actually deliver like good case study winning level PPT. So that is something that I've realized and I've actually used for myself. So that is, yeah.
That's amazing to hear. Ishita, I suddenly get one more question in my mind. Was there any moment when you were attending our sessions when it really clicked in your mind that, okay, this is how I can use it and I can help myself or change my life? Was there any particular moment while you were attending our classes?
So I think that moment came in particularly, I don't remember the session name, but when Julius was being taught and I was not aware of, like we have been using different tools for data analysis, making dashboards, and that takes a lot of time, but like literally 2-3 clicks and you get that through Julius. So that moment, it really clicked me that in today's time, particularly, if I know this tool and even if I know the basics of this tool, I can probably outperform somebody who's, in this field for like a couple of years. So that was something that really, like, at that point in time, I had that revelation. And apart from that, also the prompt engineering class, like the way that, I think I understood that. So what we do is we just like type one line to ChatGPT. Earlier, how it used to be with me was just one line on ChatGPT, and I used to expect like precise results. But when I saw the different types of prompting and how you can probably just tell them to act like or think like somebody, that really changed a lot of things for me. And that is, again, like that is how I trained my ChatGPT to act like an interviewer and help me, predict those kind of questions or maybe like a pattern or similarity of questions that are asked. So that was something that really, really helped me and really changed my perspective on things when I was attending those 2 master classes particularly.
Awesome. I'm curious, did you use the voice feature of ChatGPT or was it just the text part?
No. I was just using the text feature. I was a little apprehensive about using the voice feature. I don't know why. So I just used the text. And it was a little, of course, it was a little time consuming because I had to type in everything and then I had to read, and then it was a little time consuming, but it definitely helped me a lot.
That's amazing. Ishita, what would you like to advise or what would you like to say people who are trying to transition or who are trying to make a career change just like you did, especially how they can use AI tools to, make the change or to help themselves in whichever situation they are in?
So I think one of the things that I am also trying to imbibe right now is that the daily day-to-day tasks that I do, even if I'm making a Word doc or if I'm, attending a meeting, I try to see how whatever tools I've learned, because there are a lot of tools that are being taught to us and not everything is for everyone. I mean, you have to figure out what tools are something that you can use in your day-to-day, say day-to-day life that is going on or in your work. I'm sure that the tools are going to be different. I mean, it's up to you, but that's something that is going to be different. So I think experiment with a lot of AI tools. Don't restrict yourself to ChatGPT and Gemini. Like I personally knew only two tools, three: ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot. And when I like got to know about the course, say I personally feel like, through like say a master class per se, you cannot really be very hands-on, like because they're teaching you, they're telling you various features. At the end of the day, you have to try it for your own. Like I tried Gemini, I literally experimented with Napkin a lot, and I enjoyed the graphics that it was giving. It was something that I was doing on a daily basis. So I feel like don't just restrict yourself to the masterclass. Also, like practice things on your own. That is something that would really help. And two, trying to integrate as many tools as you can in your day-to-day work that you're doing, even if it is like making a PPT or say making a basic Excel sheet. So I think that is something that might help people get more hands-on and comfortable with AI later on, because it is the reality. I mean, AI is here to stay. It's you who will either be replaced from the job market or so it's just that.
So I think, Ishita, you raised a very good point that you practiced a lot with Napkin. I think a lot of people treat AI as some magic shortcut. Would you like to elaborate on that it did take you practice to actually master it?
So I wouldn't still say that I've mastered it, but I know what features or like how I can probably use Napkin to essentially, get the desired result that I want. I don't think that I know the ins and out of that tool still, but I feel like you don't really need to know everything, to the core. It's just that if you can say, even with the kind of level of knowledge that you have, if you can get the desired result, I think that should be more than enough. So it's just that you have to be smart enough, and there can be the case that one prompt might not work out. So you'll have to tweak it a little, and you'll have to see what exactly, how exactly does the algorithm of that particular AI respond to your whatever you need. So I think it's different for every AI tool, because the same prompt that you enter in, say, ChatGPT or Gemini or Napkin, it's the three of them are going to give you different results. So it's just like you'll have to keep tweaking the prompts. And honestly, it's a little fun. It's not even like a task. It's like you're just playing around, and it's not even tedious. So it's just that I completely agree that AI is no magic wand. You can't just wish something and just like, sway the wand and then something will happen magically. You need practice. I mean, and by practice, it's not like, it's not like how you solve math sums. It's more of just trying to understand how to communicate to that particular AI tool. It's just like a matter of that, I feel.
So what would you like to say to people who are thinking about joining our course?
I would say you can definitely go for it. I mean, again, that's totally up to the person, but at least one introductory course is something that I feel like everyone can and should attend, because even that one course was very helpful for me. I got to know about so many different tools, and even though the basics were touched upon, I feel like I was able to being introduced to so many more tools. And that I think I was living under a rock, where I thought ChatGPT and Gemini are the only two things that are there and everything, but that really busted that bubble for me. And now, as the classes are ongoing, we can see how we can research, we can integrate Excel in AI and everything. So that's actually wonderful, and that is something that I personally feel like is going to help me. But for anyone who would be seeing this, at least like a basic introductory course is something that should be taken, so that post that maybe they can understand if this is something that they want to do or not. But that is something that I would definitely vouch for.
That's amazing. Ishita, one final thing I think that you'd be really equipped to answer. What would be some of the actionable steps that someone can take to ensure that transition? By that, what I mean is, just like you mentioned that you've used ChatGPT to, format your resume, practice your interview questions. So what are some of these steps and the tools, if you could, that someone can take to actually make a change in their life?
So actionable steps. So for somebody who's just introduced to the concept of AI, like I mentioned, I knew the basics of AI. I mean, not the basics of AI, but I knew how to use ChatGPT and Gemini. At least I thought so. So if somebody is just starting out, I think trying with more popular tools like Gemini and ChatGPT is something that really helps. because they're widely popular and a lot of other people also know it. So maybe you can ask around if you need any help. And ChatGPT, Gemini, I feel like mostly they are equipped to help in the day-to-day tasks that you have, like your personal things, maybe maintaining if you want to maintain a schedule, you can just give a prompt and they can give you a schedule, and that those schedules are good actually if you give the right prompt. So certain things like that, and personally, I feel like one thing that everyone should do right now, like how you practice, maybe say 30 minutes a day if you want to learn dance or you want to learn playing a guitar. Similarly, I think if you think long term, practicing or maybe playing around with tools, not even practicing, I think practicing is the wrong word, just playing around with maybe one or two AI tools that you want to explore, which are not popularly known, like ChatGPT, Gemini. Maybe try the underdogs like Julius, Napkin, Gamma, Cloud, anything. Matlab, just try it for like a week, give 30 minutes, and then once you understand how you can take the desired output, just move on to the next tool. It's just for you to explore and understand what is there, like, and it will just blow your mind. Matlab, that's just there are just too many tools that can help you. But yeah, that essentially helps. I think that helped me figure out that what are the kind of tools that I can use potentially in the future for my work also. So yeah.
Amazing. Ishita, just one final thing. Would you please repeat for our viewers? What have you managed to achieve, your transition and your current, where you're going to join currently?
So I was working in a Shark Tank startup as a marketing executive, but now I would be moving to Boston Consulting Group as a junior analyst. And that is about the transition that I'm having. Yeah.
That's amazing, Ishita. I am very glad to have you with us, and I do wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.